football number was 67?
Make it so. 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 Make it so.
Live long and prosper.
May the force be with you.
Welcome back to Kingdom of Nerds, Red Shirts, the premier Star Trek comic book show on Kingdom of Nerds. Joined by Brian, Master of Num Nums,
Yo.
Dirty Geek, Heroes
What
for
up?
Hire Comic Club, aka Matt, aka Big Poppy. Woo!
AKA two-time comic book community award winner.
Oh man. Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta snatch things out of people's hands and go for it.
Hey, that's what Rocky said.
Just like Thanos. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Matt just snapped the competition.
Oh man.
Woo!
Now we're gonna get I'm gonna get a bunch of hate. I'm just joking. There's a lot of people that were just as deserving as I was.
I
Wait
will
till
never
you-
win one.
Wait until you win next year. That's gonna be great. In the same categories. Because your content is just gonna get better and better. That's if there's a comic show. Comic award.
Hello,
show.
Mama Bear.
Hope there is.
Hey.
Mama
Looks like
Bear
there
is
is, 'cause,
there.
I think it's a good thing. It just
I think it should just be left over to smaller channels. 2,000 subs and below. And just recognize the smaller channels. I don't
Missing
think bigger
Mars.
channels need it.
Missy Mars.
comic
Comics
kid,
Kid.
Oh, Missy
Mama
Mars. Hey.
the lovely and beautifully and talented Miss Mama Bear doll.
So tonight we're going to be reviewing Little Green Men from Deep Space Nine and Our Man Bashir, and then wrap it all up with the main course of Star Trek First Contact. Is it the most epic Star Trek movie? We will decide later on.
Oh, I don't know, but it's pretty good though.
It came out 24 years ago this month.
Yes, and it came
Really?
out the 30th anniversary of Star
November
Trek.
22nd, 1996.
It's better than Nemesis, but that's not saying much.
It's the best of the next generation, hands down.
Canada, you covered in snow. We're covered in snow. That lake
We got
effect
snow too. Well,
killed
it kind
us
of melted
today.
today.
Killed us.
It was
right?
71 degrees today.
That's some bullshit.
It was 24 degrees this morning.
Nice
Right,
and sunny.
I was actually able to take down the Yellow Jacket hive by my window. They're all gone and dead. It was empty
Nice.
Why didn't you just spray it?
because it was too high to get up on a ladder and spray. I'm not.
No, you get one of those. You get one of the sprays that shoots out like 15, 20 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Y'all don't have those?
I don't know.
Just hit it with a stick and run. That's what we used to do back in the day.
It was a stick and run.
No, man.
I
You
was-
shoot it. You
I
shoot
was
it
gonna
with the
take air
spray
spray
that
with a
foams up.
lighter.
You get the one that foams up, and then they can't fly off. Then they just start falling and dying. It's great. Then you set them on fire.
Hey, Phil. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys warm up tonight's episode.
Oh,
Little-
can I start with my
little-
favorite part?
Little
Okay.
green men.
Okay, so Little Green Men starts off with this auction sale here in Cork's Bar. And my favorite part of this is when Worf's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And Cisco's like, bro, just go find something to buy. So he walks up and he grabs he grabs a
Ferengi
tooth
too
sharpener,
sharpener.
and he's like, he uses it once and he's like, kind of looks at it. And then he uses it again. And he's like, how much? One of my
And
favorite.
And they're having this sale because Nog
Nog.
is going to Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
He will be the first Ferengi to go to Starfleet Academy. And of course, Quark is against it. But unbeknown to Nog and his dad, Quark has arranged to smuggle illegal contraband while he's heading to Earth.
Of course, leave it to Quark. He can't pass up an opportunity to make some profit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I gotta admit, he must be hated by his cousin so much that he literally buys a starship, just willing to sacrifice it to kill him.
Yes.
Did you see the episode with him in it, with cousin Gayla in it, where he's with the arms dealer?
He said, "Eggnog, get out of here, Justin." So
it's Nagasaki.
So he
the pad, and he's like, "Doesn't this Gabriel Bell human look like Captain Sisko?"
Oh, foreshadowing.
Deep cut. Actually, that's one of my favorite episodes. Past tense.
That is a good episode.
So it's he rigs the ship, so they have to vent all of the cargo, which sends them back in time. So where?
What? It's a time travel episode?
Yeah, it's
another time travel episode.
Roswell, New Mexico, 1947.
1947.
Where was
they're trying to say
I
that the
see
Roswell
Indy there.
crash was the Ferengi, right? So the okay.
Yeah, so they are the Roswell aliens, apparently.
Yeah.
I just love this part here where they're trying to communicate.
Yeah.
Welcome to Earth.
Yes, their universal translators weren't working because of all of the radiation in the atmosphere from nuclear testing.
So was this the first time that we actually heard the Ferengi language?
Yes.
No, was it? Because I thought they did it in Next Gen one time, but I guess it is.
I don't remember.
They were speaking English, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is probably one of the best episodes as far as the time travel goes, because they didn't really do a lot of time travel in Deep Space Nine, and I think that's one of the better aspects of the show. They didn't use it much.
We've literally watched 2 time travel episodes in a row of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, but they're like the only 2. Seriously. There's past tense, and then that's that. There's not really much more time travel episodes of DS9.
Well, I guess the dream episode don't count where he's a sci-fi writer. That don't count because it was like a dream.
Yeah.
And
Beyond
then
the Stars. It was a good episode.
Then Quark finally catches on fast how greedy and corrupt humans are at this time, which is a correlation to Ferengis in the present day. So he thinks he could take over the planet and become king and sell them that cockamamie story. But humans, being the untrusting bastard that they are, wanted to cut them up and see how they tick.
Yeah, they wanted to examine them. Good on Rom for getting the universal translators fixed, And then they had a stowaway on the ship.
Yes.
None other than
a German Shepherd.
Yeah, a German Shepherd, Mr. Odo. Went back in time with them, or Mr. House from, Fallout New Vegas. This episode, it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of just little gags here and there. I absolutely love the Ferengi as a species on the show, because it is the closest euphemism for yuppies at the time. You gotta understand, this was made in the late 90s, so they were still Wall Street yuppies and all that kind of crap. So, it was their opportunity to kind of take a dig at the system as it was, and that's how they showed the Ferengi with the crazy rules of acquisition. Just that, and I like the family bond that you get with Quark and Nog or Rom. That they are brothers. It's like, I know that because that's how me and my brother act. I've always considered myself Quark and my brother Rom.
So you're mean to your brother?
No, that's the opposite direction. But see, at the end of the day, Quark does mean well, and that's I think that's why he's one of my favorite characters on the show, just in general.
Well, eventually they'll make him either whether he does it kicking or screaming, he'll end up doing the right thing, even if he has to be threatened to do it.
Yeah, even if it harms his profit, he does the right thing.
Yeah.
So like, it's a good display of kind of how humanity was back in the day. Just kind of.
I also heard there was a bond between the actors that played the Ferengi. Like,
Yes.
they would all meet together and read together, rehearse the script together and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you haven't seen the documentary, What We Left Behind, I would recommend watching it over and over.
Oh, it's
and over
very
again.
good. Yeah.
It is one of the best Star Trek documentaries there ever was. But yeah, what other slides do you got on this one?
Yeah. I will say that I did love when Nog was getting head. I mean, he was rubbing his ears.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Umar.
does she know she's did she give consent for this sexual encounter right now?
Right.
His ears were hurting.
Right.
If I had ears like that, they would hurt too.
This episode was funny. I just think maybe I don't know that the way the Earth looked and then having them, I don't know, it just seemed a little off with special effects. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is 1990, whatever, and special effects weren't the greatest, especially ones on television. Nonetheless, a syndicated television show. I mean, Voyager was the one with the budget. That was the one that actually had the special effects. DS9, bless their heart, they did what they could.
They kind of treat them bad too. I mean, like you think about, like they got, like the way they were kind of like the first few seasons, they were kind of like the redheaded stepchild, even though they were the better show.
Oh, absolutely.
But like, I don't know, it kind of picked up. One other thing was great about this show. It's not about this episode, but back then you didn't really see a lot of like where it was like the whole season's like a one storyline. Like, especially even on next gen, it usually you might get a two-parter, and that's it. So it's kind of ahead of its time as far as like streaming. And I think, kind of like they said in the documentary, it's why this show had such a successful afterlife after it was canceled or ended, because of it going to Netflix and Pluto TV and all those places.
Yeah.
Well, being episodic was a lot different. Yeah. But Deep Space Nine was the first one to really start doing the multi-series arcs, especially with the Dominion. Anything to do with the Dominion, really, just from season 2 onward. I just like how they kept the continuity. I like how Odo tagged along.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's a stowaway.
He knew Quark was going. Yeah, he knew Quark was going to do something nefarious, so he had to tag along. And then, you know what? That's one of the best parts of the show to me, is like the relationship between Quark and Odo, because he's always trying to sneak around, and he's always trying to catch him red-handed.
But at the end of the day, there's a respect there.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I would say this: Odo was like the worst cop ever. He never gets his arrest.
I know they always let him rat on somebody else. They get him to rat on
somebody else
again.
And he has the best power to be a cop. He can be anything and catch him red-handed, and he never does.
Right.
I don't think he wants to catch him. Hey, what's up, JSS?
Console.
Hey,
JSS, what's up?
And that's kind of a cool power to have, just be able to like turn into anything.
I know it's weird that he can turn into anything, except he can't do a regular nose.
Yeah, why can't he just make himself look like a normal Joe? I don't know. It's maybe he prefers to be like that. He's trying.
They kind of explained it. He was still a quote unquote young changeling, so he hadn't developed that yet.
And he wasn't around other changelings to learn from.
Yeah, it feels like it would be harder to look like a completely German Shepherd dog with fur and everything than just making a nose. But hey,
whatever. A human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that tripped me out is when they had that changeling sickness, and their skin gets all flaky.
Oh,
It
that
kinda
was,
bugs
that
me
was
out.
gross.
Oh, you
That
mean
was-
when the Federation committed genocide?
Yeah, yeah. One of many
Wait,
times they did that, by the way.
The genocide in the future too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But this was
Yeah,
a
the
good,
Klingons did it to the Tribbles. That was genocide.
yeah. I will say that this was a good episode. It was funny. It was a very lighthearted episode. Wasn't my favorite episode, but it was all right.
Yeah, it was better than the last review you gave a DS9 episode. There we go.
It was
What?
a solid. It was a
Oh,
solid.
come on. That was a horrible episode.
It was a solid time travel.
Mark was horrible. Jeez.
All right.
That is your opinion.
All right. Right.
Yes, and I'm here for it because that's my opinion. I am the goddamn captain, so make it so.
All right. Well,
Captain Jellicoe.
let's talk about Bashir.
I am old enough to remember the Deep Space Nine bar at the old Hilton at the Star Trek Experience. Quark's bar. Oh, geez, look it up. Cool nostalgia.
I wanted
I
to go
need-
so bad.
Yeah, I never got to go.
like
I have
that
no
so
reason
bad.
to go to Vegas now.
Except for
Oh.
hot weather.
We can
I
go in
always wanted to
August.
go see the bridge. They had like a bridge set up. They were touring with from Next Gen, and I think they had the old one too from Star Trek. I always wanted to sit, and they had I always wanted to sit in Captain Kirk's chair.
Right.
So I have actually been discussing it with my wife of like, what if do you want me to either buy a replica of the captain's chair or should I make a replica of the captain's chair?
Well, you can buy them. They're expensive, but you can buy them.
Well, that's
I think it's
why
worth
the other
doing,
choice was I make one.
Make it and make content out of it.
But then I'm trying to figure out like I kind of want Pike's chair. I like Pike's chair.
Well, there you go.
I do like Pikes. I don't know.
And the
Pike
Picard's
becoming-
just like it doesn't look that great. Like to sit in and stream in, it doesn't look like it'd be comfortable.
Captain Picard's chair kind of looks like one of these gamer chairs or something.
It's an 80s lounger.
Yeah. But Captain Pike, I would have that chair. Oh, look at that. Playmaker made a replica of the captain's log.
I make one of those every morning.
Ah.
Right.
All right. Next episode we went with was season 4, episode 10, Our Man Bashir.
Yes,
We got a transporter accident.
we got a holiday
Transport-
episode.
yes. Another holiday deck episode in our Star Trek show. Go figure.
Holodeck episodes are some of the best episodes. Like if it's going to be either, there's one of two things. If I see it's going to be a Klingon centric episode or a holodeck episode, I'm like, hell yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think time travel and goddamn holodeck episodes. Oh,
But
Come on,
on
you know
the
you
other
love
so
it.
many, so annoying.
You know
Granted.
you love it.
Granted, but
Maybe.
Deep Space Nine did not rely on it as a crutch like they did on other shows. Like Voyager, that was a crutch. They
Yep.
used the holodeck like it was the only thing they had to use on the damn ship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
Okay.
kind of did.
Yeah,
They didn't have
basically.
shore leave.
No.
The only thing they had going for that show were the holodeck episodes and Jerry Ryan. Okay,
pretty much.
there I said it.
I will say this about Voyager. For them to always need minerals and materials, they sure had enough goddamn power for fucking holodeck.
That shit.
Jeez. I wouldn't want to be the person cleaning those holodeck floors. Ugh.
Like Boimler. Yeah, Boimler had to clean those out.
Yeah, they make fun of that on the lower deck. Like,
Lower
oh
deck.
no, I gotta clean up the holodeck because basically
Bruce
the
has never
holodeck.
watched Lower Decks, Matt.
I've never watched Lower Deck.
You
They
should
call it
watch
that
it. You got.
filter.
What are you waiting on? Come
I
on.
You know
don't
what, Brian? We
I
should
want-
make that as one of our next episodes to pick
I
a
think
Lower
so.
Decks.
I think so.
I'm too busy watching Hollyoaks, my favorite British soap opera.
They're only 30-minute episodes, by the way.
Yeah, they're
So
30-minute
it-
episodes, Bruce.
So is Hollyoaks. Sorry, I gotta catch up. I'm a year behind in episodes.
So, like, basically, the holodeck is like the Pornhub of the future, right?
Pornhub for the
More or
future.
less.
Yeah. What if I was thinking about this? Say you're having sex with somebody and on the holodeck, obviously a hologram, and you take the safety off. Can you catch chlamydia?
Probably.
I wouldn't want to risk.
Or space herpes.
Well, 88 Playmaker is a good point too about the replicator. He said he would be so fat from just replicating any food he wanted.
Ain't that the truth?
So I have a question.
Yes.
It's a gross question, but I have a question. If you're on duty and you have to go duty, can you just have the transporter chief just transport it out of you?
No, because it gets recycled as food.
Yeah, how do you think they make food out of the replicator?
Well, why couldn't they just transport it into the whatever the food recycler is?
I don't know, but
because it's Star Trek. We don't ask those questions.
Okay.
Like
But,
the uniform.
we can talk about like people having to clean up in the holodeck and everything, but we can't ask this. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't
So
even
anyways,
they don't even have zippers in their freaking uniforms.
Exactly, which is why you would want to transport it out of you.
Do you think they may have a flap back there though? Like just like
A flap? What is it? A onesie?
yeah,
It
they
is
look
a
like
onesie,
onesies,
yeah.
don't they?
They are onesies.
Well, not
couple-
in next gen. Next gen, it was two different things.
no, first season of Next Gen, they
Well,
had
that's
the
because
onesie,
isn't that because? Oh, sorry, Brian. I'm sorry.
and they had
But
the
it
skins.
Well, wasn't there a reason why they quit doing that? Where it was like the one thing because didn't like Patrick Stewart say that it was like hurt your back that being those like onesie uniforms like that for so long.
Yeah, the first couple seasons they had the onesie uniforms. It wasn't until the third season where they got the the two piecers. But
And
that's
then
when
you
you got
get-
the hard maneuver. Whenever he sit down, he'd tug his shirt down. But anyways, back to this episode here.
They volunteer to help Cisco out of it.
I believe it's Cisco, Dax, Worf, and Kira get into a transporter accident on one of the runabouts.
Yeah,
And O'Brien.
And O'Brien.
And O'Brien. So the only way to store their patterns is to put them in the put them in the computer
Holodeck.
deck on the holodeck.
And
So-
of course, that's Bashir's program running.
And Bashir's running a program where he's playing a James Bond-esque spy, which intrigues his buddy Garrick, the spy of all spies.
I still say they had an official romance off camera.
I'm sure they did.
well, it was kind of like they kind of had a Sam and Diane kind of will they won't they kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta admit,
Right? Especially for the
Yeah.
90s. It was weird.
yeah, and like
And it was there since season 1 too. Like
and what's
it was
great about this is like you get to see like I can't remember Kara is like the Bond type girl, and then you got Cisco is like the main like Blomfield, like he's gonna try to destroy the world. This is so cool.
I love
just
this speech he gives.
This is such a good episode. I actually like this. This was one good use of the holodeck.
And you groaned when I told you about the episode too. You punk.
I did. I was like,
I was
one of my favorite ones.
looking hubba.
Bashir wasn't one of my favorite characters on Deep Space Nine.
He got better once he found out that he was genetically enhanced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he kind of was pretty boring. Once they made him like the shapeshifter infiltrator and gave him stuff to do, and then you see him on Game of Thrones 20 years later.
And also, like when they started teaming up more of O'Brien, when they became like besties,
Oh,
I
dude,
kinda
that was
liked them more too.
one of the best relationships in the whole show.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because O'Brien couldn't stand him at the beginning.
Yes. That's
Oh, yeah.
what's great about it.
Absolutely. But by the end, they were brothers.
Yep.
They had the Alamo model.
They were always going to the holodeck and doing different
Different
adventures.
battles throughout history. Yeah.
But yeah, Miles O'Brien played Falcon in this one. He had the eye patch.
Yes.
I loved it because it was like a parody of Bond villains. It was just like it was a fun episode. You could tell that the people that were in it had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just this is the kind of stuff that I enjoyed on these shows that I feel like they take too far nowadays. With
Mr. I Want Serious Track.
okay, this is done properly. This is Fun Trek. Okay?
What's up, Jim?
This is enjoyable. This is hopeful. This is this is a good time, a romp, if you will.
Well, since we're on the subject of Fun Trek, Nerdy Geek,
Sir.
since you're most unbiased here, Strange New Worlds, the musical episode. Did you have fun watching that?
I didn't hate it, but I have never rewatched it. My wife loved it. My wife loved it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I will go back every now and then and watch the K-pop Klingons because I just think that's hilarious.
K-pop Klingon, that's awesome. But you know, I just want to remind people that Trek has always had its comedy moments and fun moments throughout the years. Not everything has been super serious like Next Generation.
Even Next Generation had fun.
Next Generation had fun too. Oh, Fistful of Datas. You didn't like that episode?
I don't want to twist anything with Data.
I like Data's Day. Data's Day was a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
Happy Veterans Day from Jim.
Hey, Jim.
But
oh, yeah, this is another solid episode.
Sexy scientist Dax was awesome.
Yeah, give us Dax and glasses more often, please, and thank you. I started watching Becker just because of her. Okay.
What's Becker?
Exactly.
There's a show with
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson show where he's a doctor.
Ted Danson.
Biggest forehead in acting.
So,
yeah, this is I liked it, man. And you had the countdown to the end of the clock and destruction, and you know Cisco giving the madman speech, which I absolutely love.
And they're gonna be killed by lava.
Oh yeah, it was great.
I like the fact that Dr. Bashir realizes the only way to get everybody out of this mess is just to let the bad guy win.
Yes. And the whole time you're like, oh man, he's gonna. It's like, wait a minute, it's just a holodeck. He can just let the world die. It doesn't matter.
Pretty much. And yeah, this is the part where he's giving the speech. Like Avery Brooks is a hell of an actor. Okay, like
yes,
I'm sorry, like hands down. Yes, Patrick Stewart, say what you want. He's one of the greatest, but dude, I love Avery Brooks, man. Like he was Captain Cisco. You know,
he's such a great. He's an underrated actor. You know, I remember him on Spencer for Hire back in the '80s too. He was a Hawk, and but he's got that great voice. You know what I mean? Like a great voice for an actor.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he's got that deep voice. It's like, oh, that's very soothing.
Oh yeah, that deep voice. You know, like every YouTuber should have that's doing podcasts.
What are you talking about, Bruce?
Yeah.
Bruce puts 2 octaves on his bass right there. He's like, yeah.
Hey, you better talk about Barry White, baby.
Hey, welcome to the midnight stream at Kingdom of Nerd.
We're playing all the hits from.
We'll turn it, flip it, rub it down, and
that's the type of voice you hear on any YouTube channel that has nothing to do with comic books or nerd stuff.
I know. Usually, like, well, guys, this book is from 1947.
Well, actually, Invaders 18 did not have such and such character in it at this one. It was not until issue 23.
You got to put your glasses up.
And David, one of my favorite artists will always be John Byrne because anything new I really don't read, and if I'm a LCS, I don't sell any new books.
That was really specific.
Hey, man, I think it's a video he just watched.
This is what happened. I get in trouble. I go off the rails. But Our Man Bashir was a fun, classic spy type thriller episode filled with fun takes on the characters.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
Nice, and it was nice to see them step out of their comfort zone as actors to do something different.
And I just want to add that these are 2 great episodes to show how great Rom is at fixing just about anything and everything.
Dude, right?
Rom should have been a Starfleet engineer. Rom would give Scotty a run for his money.
right?
Yes. And he's like, "Oh, it's behind the
Hey,
spatula."
guys.
The spatula, yes, it's made of copper, and it's a great. It's a
You got
great
10 more
conductor.
minutes, Matt. You ain't going anywhere for 10 minutes.
We'll get into the first contact though, because
All right. So watch those 2 episodes, Little Green Man, Our Man Bashir, if you haven't watched them in a while, because we're moving on to one of the greatest Star Trek movies ever made. Probably the most profitable Star Trek movie ever made. The Star Trek movie with the biggest budget back then. First Contact, which all ties back to what's the episode when he becomes Locutus?
Best of both worlds, part
Best
1.
of both worlds.
Part 1.
All right,
okay,
so
so this is the
set
first
this up, Brian.
first ever movie I saw in the theaters twice. It was a rainy day in 1996 in November. I was in 8th grade. I had the film reel trailer of this. Okay, the laminated poster from the movie theater. I had another poster that had the whole cast and then a picture of the most beautiful Enterprise, which is the Enterprise E. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, I broke my arm the day I went and got the soundtrack. The soundtrack had 2 songs that were not Star Trek songs. And I'm also going to say Jerry Goldsmith killed it with the soundtrack in this movie. Just amazing. It was so good they reused it in the 3rd season of Picard. Okay, that's how good it was. It had Roy Orbison's Ooby Dooby and Steppenwolf's Magic Carpet Ride. Okay, and that was the first time the Star Trek had ever put like music that was just regular music in a movie, which was kind of something. But anyways, starts out, we got the Borg here. They sound Swedish, but I promise you they're not.
We're not talking about Bjorn Borg, the Swedish tennis player here.
Right.
He was
The
such a
Starfleet
great
Command
tennis
feels
player.
that Picard should not be there. They're like, nah, bro, you need to, you're gonna have relapse with the Borg and shit, bro. So they're like, nah, we're gonna stay there. And Data turns around and says, to hell with that, to hell with our orders. So they go and they go fight. And the Defiant on loan from Deep Space Nine gets wrecked.
But it's a tough little ship.
Yes, it is.
Send a spear. Spear out.
Here,
Yes.
chronoton particles.
Yes. Which opens a time travel tunnel to back into Earth. And as the Enterprise gets caught in this stream,
Temporal
they,
wave.
A temporal
they
wave.
notice that the wake, whatever. They notice that the Earth is completely Borg.
And then they got to figure out how in the world did they do this? So they went back in time, right?
Back in time to where?
Gotta get back in time. 40 years from now.
To when they invented the first warp drive.
Yes.
2063.
And you get to finally see the man who invented it. I've heard him talk about this guy before.
Yes, many
And
times.
now we finally get to see him in the flesh.
Come
And you know, it's kind of a don't meet your heroes thing because he's kind of a dick.
He's a dick. He's an alcoholic. He is not what the history books portray him to be.
No.
A statue.
Hey, you mean history doesn't makes people look like heroes that aren't? Oh, interesting. All right.
IKEA resistance is futile.
I've actually met James Cromwell in person. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
While I was watching this episode, I decided to read up on it and do other things, and he beat out Tom Hanks for this role.
Really?
Really?
Yes, because because of his performance a couple of years before, he got the role in Babe.
Oh yeah, I remember Babe.
Well, he also played Jaglem Shrek. He was the guy that told Worf about his family or his father. That took Worf to that planet with the Romulans and the Klingons living together.
Yep.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Right?
So
and then he
the
played
Enterprise gets there, destroys the fear Fear. And unbeknown to them,
How did we get into Mark Spears?
on the Enterprise.
That's funny. That's Neelix, by the way.
Yes.
Oh yes, the part where they turn the safety protocols off in the holodeck
Yes.
during the gangster or like what he's no, it's when he's the detective.
Dixon Hill,
Yeah.
the new war detective.
This was one of my favorite holodecks ever. What was the name of the character? Lenny the Nose? Or
Yeah, something like that.
Nose?
Nicky the Nose.
Nicky the Nose. That was great.
This is also where you get to see cameos from the writers. Right when you walk in, you see Brandon Braga and then Rondi Moore's with his wife at the dinner. Alfre Woodard, she did really good in this.
Yes.
She was an Academy Award winner, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Alfre Woodard gets stuck on the ship. Or what's her fucking name? Lily. And hijinks ensue there. We get the doctor from Voyager makes a cameo, which got a good laugh out of the theater when I saw that.
He had more screen time than Beverly Crusher did.
Yes, he had more lines than Dr. Crusher, which is messed up.
That was messed up.
Poor Dr. Crusher, man. The movies just did her dirty up and down.
I mean, at least she got to be shoved into the ocean.
One of my favorite scenes.
That was the last one. Never mind.
That was the last one, dude.
Deanna Troi gets drunk.
Yes.
Trying to explain what's going on to Dr. Cochran. And that's where the Roy Orbison song Ooby Dooby plays.
with something called tequila.
Yeah. And Riker's just having a blast. You can tell he's just laughing his ass off. That was one of my favorite parts. Let's see here. Borg sounding Swedish. Just the whole Borg taking over the bottom half of the ship was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we finally get to see Picard become an action hero. They really leaned into Picard being an action hero because the last movie, every scene he was in with Kirk stole the scenes. That was just me. He really outdid Picard as a captain. So they had to come back and make him the action star this one. And then we get to see the Borg Queen, which she is amazing. She is probably the best villain, one of the best villains that Star Trek has ever had.
So good they brought her back 3 times.
And she gives Data some skin.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky. But
that was scary. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Later, buddy. Have fun.
Later, Matt.
Happy 1 year anniversary.
Peace and long life, my friend. She gives him goosebumps. He kind of goes, hoo.
She was like, when's the last time?
Yeah, because she blows him, right?
Yeah, she gives him BJ. Yeah.
She was like, when's the last time you used your sexual component? Oh, 7 years.
Tasha Yar.
7 years, 3 months, and 14 days.
Nice.
Tasha Yar on the Naked Now.
Yep.
Data scared off, man. But she lured him over to the dark side. She was the Darth Vader of Star Trek.
But he was only tempted for like 2.31 seconds.
But in Android, that's an eternity.
This is the slide that should have been before that.
Yes. When he turns off his emotion chip and he's like, Data, there are times that I envy you. This is one of the better parts where they make their first assault against the Borg and they realize how effed they are. This was a killer ass scene. Worf, he's like, they've adapted, and starts beating the shit out of Borg. It was cool.
You realize that Worf is really not a match for the Borg. Data was holding his own. I mean, Data was kicking ass.
Yeah,
I feel like Data should do way better than he did well, but I feel like he should have been doing way better than that.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have got caught like a bitch. That's all I'm saying. Like, he just took his feet, dragged him out the door. And then Picard savagely shoots one of his crew member that got
Oh
assimilated.
yeah, simulator.
Rico, you know what to do.
Ensign Lynch. Oh,
And they figure out that the Borg is trying to turn the deflector dish into a signal to convert the whole Earth to Borg, a
but
simulator.
they're also trying to stop first contact. Hence
Wait,
the name
but
of the movie.
Corbin,
oh yeah, okay, never mind.
what you about to say?
Nothing. I figured it out.
Okay.
But on planet Earth, we have this nuclear silo, which is actually in like Phoenix or something like that. It's outside of it's in Arizona. It's actually
Everything.
it's a real place. The nuclear silo that they filmed in. That's the Phoenix, which is the first warp ship that we develop out of a nuclear weapon. One of my favorite lines in the movie is when Troy looks at Picard and Data, who's like, Picard's like, feeling up on the ship. And then Data's like, I detect, some problems here. And Troy's like, would you three like to be left alone? Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, and then Data gets shot in the chest.
Yep.
And then they realize they have to go outside. Worf, how was your G training?
I remember it made me sick to my stomach. What are you suggesting? That's Neil McDonough, who's been in a bunch of shit.
That's Buck from Band of Brothers.
And wasn't he in what was he in? He was in Flash. Was it Flash? Flash and Heroes of Tomorrow.
He was in Yellowstone.
Yep. He was also in the one with the Rock walking.
Oh, Walking Tall, yeah.
Yeah, Walking Tall.
He just did an interview where he complained again about Hollywood, actually.
Oh, and we didn't talk about who directed this movie either.
Yes, the legendary
Jonathan Frakes, man.
There you go. I think he was probably one of the best directors ever for any of the Star Trek movies, except for Leonard Nimoy.
Except for what?
Leonard Nimoy when he when he directed.
Yeah, he did 2 movies. So did Frakes. He did this and then Insurrection.
But Franks has done a lot of TV series that are, and usually whenever he's the director, it's usually a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
True, especially on Star Trek.
Yeah,
like modern episodes of Trek that have been directed by Jonathan Frakes are actually pretty good.
It's like in The Mandalorian. If you see that it was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, it was usually one of the better episodes.
Yeah. 100%. But yeah,
I think this fight was awesome on the ship, outside of the ship.
Oh yeah, you could see a good exterior of that beautiful Sovereign class vessel.
That was so good. That the way the ship looked and the way Earth looked in the background, it was so cool. That was probably one of my favorite shots of a Star Trek movie.
And it was an actual set they filmed on, which was nuts. This is old school Star Trek right here. Worf getting into the fight with the Borg, and then getting his suit cut, and then having to use the Borg tentacle to kind of like tie his suit up to where it's not leaking anymore.
Which would have helped him breathing, but his leg would have still frozen.
True.
Yeah.
Assimilate this. One of the better lines from the movie there. Blows up the deflector dish. The Borg plan's been thwarted. So then they go to plan B, which is to blow the Phoenix up as it's en route to breaking the warp barrier. And that's when we get our second song, Steppenwolf's Magic Carpet Ride.
And they this is then they go fight the Borg Queen. Yay. Was it before
Picard has flashbacks. He goes in there, he's like, "What's wrong, Locutus? Don't you remember?
You know, he plays it smart, turns on that gas. That was so. It turned
No.
into it turns into like Alien at that point.
Well, yes. It's very Giger-esque. Yeah, when Data does his face turn and
Yeah.
punctures the plasma coolant tank, goes, resistance is futile. Because he misses the Phoenix. Like he goes to shoot it, but he misses on purpose. Yeah, no, this is great. Great.
War, Picard, and the other guy.
He turned into a Borg.
Poor guy. He made it all the way through the movie just to get assimilated.
He was the red shirt in that scene.
He was.
And he wore red, so it fit.
And then we have this cool ass scene right here.
I like when he picks up the Borg Queen's head, and it's like twitching and stuff, and he just snaps the neck, and it goes.
Warfare, Picard, and Expendable. And then we get. What do we get?
Let's rock and roll.
They hit warp speed for the first time in humankind, which gets the attention of who?
The Vulcans.
The Vulcans.
And he says thanks.
He couldn't get us. He couldn't do the live long and prosper.
Yeah, so he's like, here's a handshake.
Let's shake hands.
And here, listen to some old music. Like
Now,
100-year-old music.
Now, I will say that this probably is the last and best Star Trek movie from that era. For me, the rest of them go downhill from here.
Yeah, it's on downhill from there.
Yeah. But you know, we will be reviewing. What's the next one like next week, Brian?
Star Trek Insurrection.
Insurrection is next week, guys.
A British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fish should be eager to resist the dictatorial word. Come on, Worf, sing. Oh. And his fish be ever ready for a knockdown blow. Well, Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yes. I know it from The Simpsons.
I know it from The Simpsons too. The HMS Pinafore.
Yep.
Yeah. No, there's so much to be said about First Contact. I mean, for me personally, it just came at the right point in time. Like, it was peak Star Trek, dude. Like, 1996, you had 2 shows going, movies were kicking, like merchandise was flying. Like, I remember I had action figures, I had all kinds of shit. And I was starting to get a little too old for that because I was in 8th grade, so 8th, 9th grade. So I started to outgrow some of it, but
I never saw this till like 2007.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, well, for the same reason as I wanted to collect comic books, but I just never did because my family couldn't afford it. We didn't go to a lot of movies, so like all of these Star Trek movies, I remember seeing the previews and the trailers and wanting to watch them, but yeah, I never got to go.
Yeah, I'd ride my bike down to the video store and rent this like constantly. I had rented this video so many times when I eventually bought it. Yeah, it was just this movie. Just I've seen it so many times. I watch it every year on April 6th, First Contact Day. Like, you go on my channel, Brian Master of None. I've got watch-alongs. I've done 2 of them, I think, over the time. But yeah, this movie just it hits me in the right spot. Yes, it's time travel, but at that point, I don't really care. They do it right. Like, I don't know.
Just sure.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there wasn't too much continuity errors, and then later on for Enterprise, they recreate this scene, except for shaking hands, he pulls out a gun and shoots him. And that's what starts the Terran Empire.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so like that's pretty cool stuff, man. This was a good episode. This is
a good movie.
It was a great movie, man.
This was a great movie. I would say that this was a this was a culmination of everything that went on in Generations that ended up being the best Star Trek movie since Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
Or the Discovered Country. Depends on how
Yeah,
you
number
take it.
6.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Undiscovered Country is a good movie, but I like this one better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it goes with the even numbered Star Treks. The even numbers are the
Is
good
it number
ones.
8?
This is number 8. So yeah, this is
Oh yeah, because Nemesis is another good one too.
it was all right.
It was okay. It's okay if you don't have taste.
We're gonna talk about Tom Hardy though. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He's in that.
That is a skinny Tom Hardy, man.
Yeah, playing a young Picard with a nose job. They had to give him the Patrick Stewart nose.
That's very defined nose.
Y'all remember the when the Christie's auction house put out like all the stuff from the movies and the series and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch that documentary about it?
I saw some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy who bought was it Chinzan? Was that his name?
Shinzon. Yeah.
Yeah, Chinzan. He bought the costume and wore it in that documentary.
That's awesome.
I'm like, dude, you spent that much money and you're gonna wear it? All right. I'd be afraid to break something.
Right? That's what I'd be afraid of.
But I've always wondered what would one of those ships go for now? Because like I think the Enterprise D went for 500,000. And I'm like, man, today I couldn't imagine what that would go for now.
Cool mill.
Oh, I would imagine more than that because those things were like what, 3 feet long, 4 feet long. The hero ship,
production quality models.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, it's my turn to choose episodes. We will be watching from the animated series, season 1, episode 4, the Laura Lee Signal. It's about a colony of all women.
You say season 1, episode what?
Episode 4.
Okay.
And then season 1, episode 5, More Tribbles, More Troubles. Hey, Pops.
Hey, Pops.
So make sure you watch Insurrection before next week and episodes 4 and 5 of season 1 of the animated series of Star Trek for next Tuesday's Red Shirts. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us and talking Trek. Very few positive Trek shows out there, and I'm glad we are one of those. Thank you, Nerdy. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone. And yes, the Furbies returns. So until next time, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
Same back time, same back channel.
Yeah, same back time, same back channel. So thank you, everyone. See you later.